I asked Stella to say a few words on behalf of Niskamoon. She's the one that sold the program to Niskamoon, and we just gave her the material and gave her the information. And I asked her to participate, to be one of the participants, so she could report back to her board of what happened in terms of what they funded. So I'll ask Stella to say a few words.
When I took the mic, I told Linda me and Sam were gonna do a duet. Islands in the Stream. If you know the lyrics, you know you're from the res. But Nishiiyuuways. And when Sam sent me this really thick document, I had a hard time downloading to the CCBI internet. It was a really thick document. I looked at it and I looked at it, and I had all my questions, and I had so many questions. And Sam, can you come to my office? And can you come to my office and tell me about the program? Because I wanted to hear the human aspect of it. Because if you look at it on paper, I knew it was going to be a hard sell to Niskamoon. So Sam came to my office, and I asked him to give me the 5-minute elevator ride. And in that 5 minutes, I felt my spirit. And when I felt my spirit, I said, I gotta take this to Niskamoon. And right then and there, I knew I had to. This was important, because we do so many things in Nishiiyuuways to try and put a band-aid on a problem and self-medicate our people. And some of them, they don't even know their feelings. They don't know who they are. They don't know why the scab keeps forming on the same spot. They don't know why they are the way they are. And they start hating themselves. They start thinking of suicide. They don't enjoy life. And our people are hurting. The Cree Nation is one of the richest nations almost in the world, other than India, China. We have all that money, but yet it seems like we don't know what to do with it. And then when Sam came to see me, I thought, I think it's time we start investing in our own people. Because I remember when I first went into Niskamoon, working with a pioneer, a father of Nishiiyuuways, Billy Diamond. I learned a lot from that man just by looking at him, listening to him, sitting beside him, hearing his stories. I lived the James Bay Northern Quebec agreement through his stories. It felt like I was there. And Niskamoon is one of the most important aspects. Before he died, he came to see us and he said, you know, Niskamoon is one of the most important organizations that he last created. And he said, he turned around and he told the board, Josh, we fought the fight. It's time to start healing our people. Josh, we have the money there. And I think that's what we need to start doing, is engaging leaders, engaging women, engaging youth. You know, having sat there for about, 3 weeks? If you tell me to go take a 3-week, 4-week program, I won't do it, because I think it's a waste of my time, and I don't know how to implement a lot of the training that I've received in my life, like the formal Western education, to try and motivate my people to seek a better life for themselves. This program gave me that. it gave me that sense of pride, like I belonged, I was free, I am who I am. Like you said, I am who I am. That is never going to change. You see youth, they're so motivated and they're so into MTV because they want to be rap stars, and if you want to start looking at them, that's how they dress. And I think that's why one of the important things that Tulsi talks about, your posture, how you present yourself. The colors, I tried to teach you about colors. It's important. This kind of work that we're going to do after this, it's important. Because you got to attract the youth, and they got to see who you are, and you got to park your past where it belongs. And there was something that I came across a couple of days ago that says, there's a reason why some people belong in our past, and we gotta leave it there, and we gotta stop digging up our pasts. But when you look at the elders, they talk about our past, and they talk about how we can incorporate Nishiiyuuways into the Yuushi. The first week we were in Valdor, I was so blown away because I was so honored to be in a program like this, because you have the elders that are sitting there, that are there. You don't have a lot of programs. You don't have board meetings that have elders sitting there. You don't have council board that have elders there. There was one thing I remember my grandfather said, elders are not there to lead, they're there to guide us and steer us. And I think that's why we have this paddle, because we have to steer our way. And to find that spirit that's in that youth, in those women, in the men. This is very important work, and it is such an honor and privilege to be here. And we all have to remember why we're here. It's not for ourselves, it's for what we can give to our people. And I'm very, very, very proud for Niskamoon to be a part of this. And I told Sam, I hope there's a way that Niskamoon can partner with this, because that's one of the mandates of Niskamoon, is to incorporate the culture and to give back, to bridge that gap between the elders and the youth. And I told him it's important that this happens, that Niskamoon that they continue this, even though we told them it's a pilot project. So I'm going to go back to my Niskamoon board meeting next week and tell them this is important. And that it has to be done and it has to be maintained. It's just not a one-time thing. It has to continue. And just before I go, I wanted to leave you with something that you will be no more worse off today than you were yesterday for trying. At the very least, you have gained experience to ensure that your next attempt will be more successful. That was the last conference Billy Diamond went to, economic development conference he went to. That's what he told the people. And when you do these presentations, you're going to perfect them, you're going to change them, you're going to make mistakes. But you don't give up and you don't beat yourself up and say, I screwed up, I didn't do it the right way. No, you dust yourself off and you say, how can I do it, me? You perfect it each time. You can never forget what your main goal is. It's to catch that spirit of that person and to bring it alive. Because ever since I've been here, my spirit is very strong. I wake up every morning and I acknowledge my spirit, something I forgot to do in today's society. And this is a very good program, and it's such an honor to see the elders sit there day after day and never complain. And I think that's what we have to learn. Jeniga, we cannot complain and just be part of it. So I wanted to say thank you.